Penis.
Dick.
There we go. That's the show, guys. Penis and dick.
Badge bud.
Welcome to episode 53, right? Yeah, sure, fuck it.
Yeah.
The Kickflipping Ninja Wizards podcast.
Starting a new year.
Yeah, fair enough. This is it. We are on to year 2 of the show. I know, like, the cool thing with podcasts is to do seasons right now, but fuck that. We just record every week, and then you can listen to us word vomit. This week...
Whatever episode you want.
Yeah, this week we word vomited about The Martian, which is a really awesome movie.
Yeah.
And you should go see it.
And then we talk about birthdays.
Yeah, and how weird they are.
Yeah.
You know, I was actually reading a thing, I didn't bring this up. The reason, like, so Jehovah's Witness, they don't do, like, birthdays and shit. And the reason they don't do that is because in the Bible, there are over 4,000 instances of people being killed at birthday parties.
Really?
Yeah, so that's why they don't celebrate birthdays, dude.
Fair enough.
Anyways, that's what's coming at you, and it's coming at you right now.
Parcheesi.
Hey, yo! Rab, come be on our show. I don't know if you'll do that. Rab.
Oh. He probably doesn't listen to us.
Probably not. I want him to come be on the show, though. He'd be a fun guy. He'd talk about metal. We'd get like 2 minutes in before he realized we know nothing about metal.
Rab is awesome because he has the perfect Chicago accent. I mean, he's from there.
Yeah.
You know? But it's just like, it's not too much. It's just like, it's just perfect enough. You know?
Just enough.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of people being where they're not supposed to be, we watched a movie about that this week.
Yeah, not Space Jam.
Right? Dude, I feel like that would be a great name for the Martian. Like, it was just called Space Jam.
Right? There are some similarities here.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like people showing up.
Matt Damon's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
He's the best basketball player on that planet.
True.
Right?
It really is. I'm surprised. Like, you know that they didn't film it. But there were points where that guy, he just kept making those jokes to himself.
Right.
For, like, hours on end. Like, I'm the best guitarist on the planet.
Yeah.
I got the biggest dick on this planet.
How many times, like, okay, so, survival movies never talk about this, right? But this is, like, to me, this is the most important question. How many times did he fucking jerk off on Mars?
And what did he jerk off to?
Right?
There's a really, really subtle allusion to it.
Yeah.
Where he talks about, where he's like, enter super nerd Beck Johansson. And he talks about that fucking movie that she had. Like Leather Goddesses of whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's like a scene like a little bit after that where he's doing something and there's like a picture, like just a little tiny picture in the corner of the frame of like the Leather Goddesses of whatever. And the obvious allusion is that he's jacking off to Leather Goddesses of whatever the name of the movie was.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reference. Then it's not very, like, if you're not looking for it, like, if you're not a 14-year-old, like, where's the jack-off joke?
Right.
You're not gonna catch it.
But obviously we are.
Yeah. I'm a 28-year-old version of my 14-year-old self.
Right.
Like, not much has changed. But no, because, like, yeah, they never answer that question. Like, what do you do when you're on a planet by yourself for a year? Because you can't risk accidentally jizzing in the spacesuit while you're asleep.
I know.
And you've ruined the spacesuit.
Where do you go? Where do you go? What do you do?
Right? I can understand for like maybe like the first several weeks. Like it just doesn't even cross your mind.
Yeah, because you're like, I need to survive.
But once you settle into a rhythm,
once he like has grown his own food source.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Like once he's grown his own food source.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're chilling now.
Yeah.
Right.
I got some time to just like crack a couple out.
Right. Right. They're eating all those fucking potatoes and
yeah. I mean that's horny work, I guess. I don't know.
Well, dude, like the Irish Catholics have like so many fucking kids.
Right? Because every sperm is sacred.
It must be in the potatoes.
It has to be.
Yeah.
That or the fact that you're still not allowed to wear a condom.
Well, I mean, like, even with all this jerk-off talk, it's a good fucking movie.
Oh, no, it is. Like, beyond that, beyond just the mental image of Matt Damon jerking it on Mars. That's
sciencing the shit out of his dick.
Right? No, but seriously, beyond that, it is a really good movie. We had seen it before.
Yeah. We caught an early screening. We had to sign an NDA. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, so don't sue us.
Yeah.
Or do. I don't really give a
No,
shit.
we can talk about it now. It's released.
We don't have any money.
Right.
Anyways, fuck it.
And the movie didn't really change that much. All they did was cut out some fat.
Yeah, they trimmed the fat on it. They brought the runtime down a lot. The thing I think I remember most about the screening is just staring at the audience reaction camera.
Yeah,
for
10
minutes.
Because we were being recorded while watching the movie. It was like Inception.
Yeah.
Right? And for the first fucking 10, 15 minutes of the movie, I'm just staring bulge-eyed, right? Just eating popcorn and not even looking at my where the popcorn's going into my mouth. Because I don't think people are aware that they actually look at the food when they put it in their mouth, right?
Yeah.
It's a coordination thing.
Yeah.
So you look like a fucking weirdo if you don't stare at down at your food while you're putting it in your mouth. You look fucking weird.
Because you keep missing your mouth.
Yeah, it's so weird. And I'm just doing that, right? And I'm not stopping. I keep the same pace, right? And I make sure I put a huge fucking handful in there, like a disturbing amount, right? And it's just dripping down on me.
The obvious subtext is, look how much I can fit in my mouth.
Right?
I remember, throughout the movie, I kept looking back at the camera. I would be watching the movie, and then I would just, look over.
Yeah, I was doing that, too. Probably, an hour into the movie, I totally forgot, because that's how good the movie is.
Yeah.
It really sucks you in. But until I got to that point, right?
Yeah.
And that was just me being a little shit. Had I sat down and actually, bunkered down, but no, I kept looking back, just bulge-eyed.
Right.
I hope to God it was one of the night vision cameras.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I kept going through my mind. I was like, dude, this is Paris Hilton's sex tape sequel, right? One man and his popcorn. You just staring into the camera. I can see your fucking soul.
Dude, I really hope that you blow the fuck up.
Right? I told you that. I was I've never once had aspirations of fame until that. Because I just want to rub elbows with these people and then be like, hey, you're that fucking weirdo.
Weren't you the guy? You and that other dude just kept staring at. We couldn't use any of that footage.
I think at one point I rubbed my nipples. I think popcorn fell out my shirt, right? And so I went this and rubbed my nipples, and then I grabbed it, drug it up my gut, like a fucking claw machine into my mouth.
This is probably why we'll never get invited to another pre-screening ever again.
Oh man, shit! But dude, the movie is amazing.
It really is. It's a fucking the mark of a good adventure movie is that you and I both knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Beyond the fact,
second time around, because we rewatched it to see the things that they changed.
Yeah, we went and saw the finished product.
The first time we watched it at the end, it was fucking PlayStation graphics.
Yes, it was awesome.
Which I kind of wish they kept.
It would have been amazing.
But yeah, so we went back and rewatched it. But it's like you were saying, the mark of a good adventure movie is the rewatchability.
Yeah.
If you can watch it again, you know exactly what's going to happen, but you're still as invested and you're excited, know? And that's what I felt watching the movie the second time.
Yeah, and that's first of all, for me, I love space movies.
Yeah.
just the idea of space in general is awesome to me. I'm not smart enough to be like to work for NASA or be like an astronaut. I'm not fit enough to be an astronaut.
Not gonna happen for you.
No,
you're not rich enough to go on the Richard Branson thing.
Yeah, I can't do like any of that shit.
Yeah,
but I can live vicariously through space movies.
Yeah,
and through like space.
Which is why you got like so into Eve.
Yeah, it's like I still am looking for like a space game to play.
Yeah. If there was a World of StarCraft, like that would be it for you.
Yeah, I would be done with World of Warcraft. I would quit and I would play that.
Right.
But anyways, this is the type of story in space that I love. I'm not a fan I like Battlestar Galactica, Star Wars, shit like that where it's like, oh, these crazy like how does society evolve in space?
Yeah.
But what I really love are like it's one dude, and and if anything fucks up, you're done.
Yeah, I think like oftentimes like people don't talk about that. Like in space, there is no forgiveness.
Yeah,
if you fuck up, that you're dead.
Yeah,
you know.
And it's just this idea to me, like, so not only that, but like the crew on the Hermes. Like, when they're in space for what? Fucking
like 3 years.
And they have to be perfect.
Yeah.
For 3 years. Not good, not great, perfect.
Yeah.
If you fuck up, you just killed yourself and 5 other people.
Yeah, and they say that in the thing, you know, if like, even if we do everything perfect, we can still mess this up. And that's especially like the idea of going to Mars, right? Which is starting to become the thing. Like I think NASA released a statement that they said by 2035 or something like that, there's going to be a mission to Mars, a manned mission to Mars.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah. Like it's going to happen, like, hopefully in our life.
Well, especially with the dude who, like, accidentally, like, discovered, like, that new, what was it? He accidentally discovered a way to, not, like, teleportation, but a way to move faster. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you put flame decals on your ship.
Yeah. Works every time. But you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I forgot what it was, but the guy accidentally discovered it. And now NASA's like, holy fuck.
Like, because the thing is, like, Mars, like, by conventional space travel, is a trip that takes years.
It would take 5 years, I think. 5 years to get there.
Yeah.
And that's... I don't know how you're getting back home, dude.
We're going to have to figure something out. I don't know what that something's going to be.
Yeah.
Probably nothing.
Yeah.
You're just going to live and die on Mars. In a span of, like, 7 minutes.
Right. Right. Yeah. It's very much a modern day Castaway. And that's, like, kind of shitty for me to say, because Castaway came out, like, 10 years ago? If that.
Yeah, but it's still like...
But Castaway is primitive.
Yeah.
You know? And the great thing about The Martian is it's the same type of story, but in a very modern time.
Yeah.
Like, how do you take these primitive survival techniques and put them in an environment that you've never been in with, like, super technology?
Yeah.
You know? The guy invents a way to fucking make it rain in his space station.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and not like at a strip club make it rain.
Yeah.
Like actual rain.
And that's how I know I'm not smart enough to be a fucking astronaut.
Yeah.
Like, if I was Matt Damon, right?
In that movie, I'm going outside and jerking it until I implode.
The movie would be, oh, I got stabbed in the beginning? Well, fuck. I guess this is where it ends. And I lay there.
Right?
And I just think of that fucking David Bowie song. Like, this is ground control to Major Tom.
That's just be right there.
I would be talking about my dick while I'm doing this, right? I'm going through the door while I'm unzipping my spacesuit.
But it's for 6 hours. Because it would take you a while to bleed out from that.
Yeah.
You would just be like, well, this is how it ends. Still.
Right?
Oh man, it was but
it's crazy.
It's such a good movie, and not only that, like First of all, Michael Pena's in it, and he kills everything that he's in.
I don't know why, like, he hasn't been, like, why there hasn't been a movie, like, where he's, like, the central character. And it's because he's a great character actor.
Yeah.
And I always want to see those guys in lead roles because more often than not, they fucking kill it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, look at Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
The dude goes from Dusty on Twister,
yeah,
right?
To playing
Food.
to playing Truman Capote.
Yeah. Like, and I wish that Hollywood would give actors like that more chances and more opportunities. Because, dude, if Michael Pena had his own movie, he'd fucking kill it.
Yeah.
Because he steals every scene he's in every fucking movie. When I watch Ant-Man, I want to see the Michael Pena scenes.
Right.
You know, even though I love that movie, I love Paul Rudd and everything.
Yeah.
But I want Michael Pena, you know?
Because he's fucking hilarious. And he kills it, like, everything is shit like that where he's, like, being funny. He's like, but I got the van.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and you watch, like, Crash.
Yeah.
There's not a funny fucking thing in that movie except for, like, there's 2 scenes that have parts that you're supposed to laugh at.
Yeah, he's very versatile, you know?
And he goes into that and he's, like, this super serious role. And it's, like, completely believable.
Yeah.
Completely believable. And, like, there are not very many people that have that kind of versatility where they can cross over and do both. Like, off the top of my head, Philip Seymour Hoffman could do it.
He's dead now.
Jim Carrey is capable of doing serious and really funny. Adam Sandler used to be able to. Like, before he just played caricaturized versions of himself.
Yeah.
Like, when
I think Adam Sandler and Jim Carrey have both lost their way.
Well, yeah,
but anyways, not many people can do it.
Yeah.
Robin Williams was probably one of the best at doing that.
Yeah.
And then Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking Along Came Polly is a terrible movie.
Iceman!
But I will watch that movie anytime it's on just because Philip Seymour Hoffman is fucking funny as fuck in that movie.
Dude, the thing I always remember when I think of Philip Seymour Hoffman is The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Brant can't watch, though, or else he has to pay $100. Dude, he's so great in that movie.
But anyways, well, speaking of, like, comedy, I didn't even realize how much comedy was going to be in this movie.
Yeah, like, how funny it is.
Right? It's fucking funny. And that, to me, like, that is always what makes stories like this that much more compelling.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want to watch a story where someone's struggling to survive and it's just bad shit after bad shit after bad shit
like
after bad shit.
So what you're saying is you don't want to see Kurt Sutter's The Martian.
Yeah, no, dude, no. I would hate that movie. Like, and it's the same problem I have with movies like Precious and stuff.
Yeah.
Is it's too fucking, like, one note.
Yeah,
you know, like...
First of all, it's too heavy.
Yeah.
And secondly, it's too, like, you're just bashing me over the head with, like, this person's life sucks.
The things that make life tragic, right, is the fact that there's moments that are not always tragic.
Yeah,
and that's what makes those tragic moments that much worse.
Yeah.
You know? The fact that there's parts of the movie that were, like, Matt Damon, he holds his sense of humor, you know, and then fucking something terrible happens, and now it's, like, completely deflated him. That's what makes that moment so much more compelling. Yeah,
like when the thing blows out.
Yeah.
Because he's been having these moments where he's like... And the thing I love about that part of the movie is there's parts where he fucks up earlier. Like the scene when he's first trying to make the water.
Yeah.
And then he blows himself up and he comes back. He's like, so yeah, I blew myself up because I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like maintaining his sense of humor. And then the airlock fucks up.
Yeah.
And he, like, gets his shit on. He runs out to the fucking...
and all his crops are dead.
And he runs out to the rover. And he's getting ready to type out the message. And he just starts punching the shit out of the ceiling. Like, and that scene, and you're like, dude, holy shit. Because, like, that's the first time you see him, like, completely defeated.
Yeah. And he doesn't know what he's going to do now.
In the entire movie. He just loses it.
Yeah.
And it's very short. It's like... maybe 3 seconds of footage where he just loses it. And then he composes himself, types out the message, goes back to doing what it was he was doing.
And then, but you can see, like, in that moment, there's a change, and like everything else now, like he has a harder edge to him now.
Yeah.
And that's what makes that more compelling, because there were moments where he was like laughing and like all this shit. And I feel the same way about comedies. Like, you can't just have ha 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 ha. You have to have moments that are sad, because it makes it much better, you know?
Yeah,
like in Superbad, that movie's sad as fuck.
Yeah.
If you like take all the dick jokes and stuff away, it's about ending friendships and growing up. Yeah. That's fucking sad.
Yeah, or like God damn it, that stupid Zach Galifianakis movie, Out Cold.
Yeah.
Out Cold is a really dumb comedy.
Yeah.
It's a movie that's like okay at best, and I've seen it no fewer than like 25 times. But the thing is, there are some really sad moments in that movie. Yeah. Like when they all lose their jobs.
Yeah, because it's that family owned that ski resort forever, and now it's bought out by a corporation.
By Lee Majors, of all people.
Yeah. And now it's done.
Yeah,
you know?
And it's like all that shit. Or like the scene when she's like, fuck it, I'm just leaving town. And you're like, God damn, dude.
Yeah, and that's what makes like comedy better in general. It's movies in general, stories in general, need to not have just one tone.
Especially if it's a story that long.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing if it's a limerick.
Yeah. Like, well, the one thing that pisses me off is that The Martian was nominated for Best Comedy. Because at the Golden Globes, because Golden Globes split their movie. They split it into two categories. You have Best Best Picture, right, and then Best Picture for a musical or comedy, which is first of all, that's kind of a fuck you, right? Like,
that's like he's so well spoken, and you know they're talking about black people.
Yeah,
you can't do that,
right?
Fuck you,
right? So, and second off, I feel like you just ran out of space for a drama, or for drama, so you like just threw it into comedy, and then you ended up fucking one of the comedies out of that.
Yeah, because there were a lot of good comedies that came out this year.
And I would not, like, even though The Martian is fucking funny, and it is, there's a lot of funny parts to it.
It's not a comedy.
It's not a comedy. It's not.
It's not a comedy. It's not a comic story at all.
Dude, that last like 45 minutes of that movie are fucking serious as fuck.
Like, they're intense as shit. There's a couple of funny points, and like the funny points I'm thinking of are like the Michael Pena scenes where Kate Mara is talking about like all the shit she would have to do to take over the ship. Yeah. And like he's like, yeah, but like in English. Yeah. Yes or no.
Yeah. and that's just like a line. Yeah. You know?
And like, well, to me, it's funny because like, it's always like that. If you ever talk to like computer people, like, and it's not like them being like, if you ever talk to programmers, like that's how they think.
It's just the same with mechanics.
Yeah, you think in processes. You think in how you have to do
because
things.
that's just the world you live in.
So it's literally when she's talking out loud and she's like, well, I'd have to do this, I'd have to backdoor this, and like that's you're seeing their thought process. Yeah. Because when you ask, can you do this? They don't know right away. Yeah. They just start talking through it. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, but like in English. She fucking killed it too.
Yeah, everyone in that movie is really good. It's dude, honestly, it's one of the best movies of the year for sure, and it should definitely be nominated. Yeah, I just don't think it should be nominated for best comedy at the Golden Globes.
Honestly, I think that this movie, and like any space movie is usually going to, but if this movie doesn't win best visual effects, I'm gonna be really upset. Yeah. Not really upset because I don't really care. Yeah. But like I'll be like, God damn it.
Well, and that's the other testament of it too, right? Like when you watch a space movie, you know, like they didn't film in space. Yeah. You know, like you know they didn't do that. Yeah. But they did such a amazing job in a mixture of animation and live location. Yeah. That it looks like fucking Mars. Like if I went to Mars, I would imagine that's what it would look like. Yeah. You know? I never once was like, oh, that's a desert in California.
Yeah. I never thought that. And like, there were very few times, only because we saw the pre-release, when like they're going through the ship and you're just like, oh, where are the strings? Like, yeah. But there are very few times where that's like distracting. Yeah. And it's usually only distracting to me because like, every time they show people floating in space, they have like their knees curled in. And I don't think that's what it's like. I don't think astronauts actually do that.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Who knows?
But I just don't think they do. I think they just kind of do whatever they want to do and float around. No, all the little minor parts. And dude, speaking of versatility, not only Michael Pena, Jeff fucking Daniels, dude.
Yeah.
The dude from Dumb and Dumber just slays it. And it's very much because it's post newsroom.
Yeah.
But that guy is another guy that can do both.
Yeah.
And
he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And he can do the extremes of both.
Yeah.
He did this in the newsroom where he's super serious all the time and he kind of plays
the fucking bad guy on Looper.
Yeah, plays this dickhead character. And then he does Dumb and Dumber.
Right?
Which is one of my favorite and absolute stupid comedy. It's not witty, smart, conjecture. It's you sold a blind kid a dead bird.
Yeah.
Petey didn't have a head. It's shit like that.
Yeah.
That guy does, And you know what else is really good to see and refreshing? Sean Bean didn't die.
Right? Right? That's the major spoiler in this movie.
Yeah, Sean Bean doesn't die. All right, but that's pretty much going to wrap it up for us for this movie club this week. The Martian. We're a little late to the party, but if you haven't seen it, you're even later to the party. Go see it.
Yeah,
especially
with Oscar season coming up. There's so many good movies coming out and are out right now. Yeah. Don't let this be one of the ones that's lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, definitely don't let this one just kind of fall to the wayside. Because it's worth seeing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we will be right back to the future. Okay, good. I didn't break it. I clicked record.
We survived our first birthday.
Somehow. Dude, what if you could remember your first birthday?
Right?
It would be just being scared of cake.
What's the earliest birthday you remember?
The earliest birthday I remember?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, I don't even know. The thing I remember about my birthdays, as a kid, because my cousin, my family always did, big parties for everybody who had a birthday around them.
Yeah, and it's a 3-week radius.
Yeah. Well, it was because I remember that the one birthday party I remember, and this is gonna not be funny at all. This is a really kind of shitty story. But the one birthday party I remember is the first year after my parents got divorced, and my dad had moved into his new place.
Yeah.
And I had my birthday party at my dad's house. And we had a big bonfire out back, and we were roasting hot dogs and shit. And my dad went through hell and high water to make this birthday party happen.
Yeah.
And then I remember being a little shit because some girl that I didn't show up.
So you were just
I was an asshole.
You were just a gaping asshole, pooing all over the lawn.
Yeah, and I remember several years later, remembering that story and just being wow, dude, my parents failed to raise me to be a decent person because I was just a shit. But not really. It was just I just remember looking back on it, all the effort. He found sticks out in his, because he had a massive backyard with, trees and shit. And him, finding sticks and, fucking, whittling the sticks down to use as fucking, to do all the fucking weenies and shit, by hand.
He made your own, weenie roasters?
Yeah. Dude.
Oh, man.
He did everything.
Yeah.
And I was a little cunt. That's why, that's what probably my most prominent birthday memory is that.
Just being a fuckhead.
Yeah, just being an absolute asshole.
Dude, I think everyone has that one memory. Because, dude, it's impossible to go through your entire life and not be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Right? Especially to, your parents or somebody. even if you had like shitty parents, right?
Yeah.
At some point in time, I guarantee you they tried to do something.
Yeah.
And it might have been like really shitty.
Yeah.
Right? But to them, it was trying.
Yeah, it was them doing their best.
Yeah. And everyone's best is not the same.
No,
contrary to popular belief, everyone's best is not the same.
No, absolutely not. It's not. And it shows in very different forms.
Yeah. But everyone has that moment. And I think, like, when you, like, look back, you're just like, and that tells you what the kind of person you are. If you look back and you go, oh, man, and you kind of, like, cringe a little.
Yeah.
And it's, like, unsettling, and you don't like to think about it. It makes you sad. Yeah. And now you want to listen to The Cure. Right? Like,
I don't think I've ever been that sad.
I don't know. You do weird shit, man.
I do, but it's not The Cure.
But, so anyways, yeah, like, you like look back and you cringe, or you look back and you go, you know what? No, fuck that guy. You know? Like,
yeah, no, but
and that determines the type of person you're gonna be.
Yeah, and I remember because I remember at the time just thinking my dad was being a cheap ass.
Yeah.
Like, and it was, because I was still young enough. I was in middle school.
Yeah.
So I was still like young enough that I didn't really understand how shit works.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand, like, dude, every single fucking thing cost money.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't understand that.
Everything.
I thought there was a place you could just go and a guy would give you weenie sticks. Like,
why did you get those weenie sticks, man?
Like, and I don't, like, and then I look back on it, like, years later. This would have been, I was a grown-ass man by then. And looking back and just being like, holy shit. I think it was, like, right around the time that I started paying for, like, all of my own shit.
Yeah.
And just thinking, holy shit. Like,
yeah,
this dude
actually tried.
This dude did fucking everything.
Right?
And I don't even think I said thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I was.
And then you want to go back in time and, like, beat your own ass.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna invent time travel. Not to assassinate Hitler or fix something or win $1 million like in Back to the Future 2. I'm gonna go back in time specifically so I can beat my own ass.
Yeah, and, like, I'll go back and travel back as a grown man. Like,
right.
I'll step out still looking like this
right.
and find little middle school me
right.
and just
fucking
pound him, dude.
You son of a bitch.
Find, like, I'll stab him with one of those little weenie sticks
right.
that my dad made. And be like, he made this for you fuck! Stab.
Dude, that's funny. That's funny.
That's like the birthday memory that just overshadows every birthday I've ever had.
Yeah.
Like, so I've never really, like, growing up and, like, as an adult, I've never really celebrated my birthday.
Yeah. No, see, and I'm like the same way. So I can remember as far back to, it was probably my second birthday. And I remember, like, there was a birthday cake and there was, like, a weird clown and balloons on it. And it was just kind of weird. And then my Mary disappeared and fucking did drugs. Like, and I played with a bunch of stuffed animals and, like, I don't know, it was weird. I had, like, one of those bed tents. Like, it was a tent that sat on your bed.
Yeah.
Which was weird, and I slept in that. And I thought, like, it was, like, my force field of fuck you. Like, no one could touch me.
At 2 years old, you're like, this is my force field of fuck you.
Yeah. Like, I'd tell people to go fuck themselves and then run in the tent like I was safe. But yeah, like, and not to sound like an emo fucker, but like, dude, I have not had, like, a birthday that stands out. Like, I don't have one of those where I was like, dude, and that birthday was awesome. You know what? I do have one. And it was, I think I was like 22. Yeah, I was like 22.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we were just fucking chilling and stuff. And, I was hanging out with Nick, Jesse, and Daniel at the time, and we were, like, just chilling. And when you, like, grow up with, like, shitty birthdays,
yeah,
like, you do not put any emphasis on your birthday at all.
The thing that happens is there's two absolute extremes.
Yeah,
like, either you don't care. I've botched job interviews because I forgot when my birthday was.
Yeah.
Like, you don't give a shit, or it becomes the most important thing to you. Like, every year, it's the important thing, and it doesn't have to be...
The thing that fucks with you is when people around you, like, put emphasis on it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, we'll try it out again, right? And then like, something always happens, and it fucking sucks, and then you're like, I fucking knew it. I fucking hate you now. Like,
well, dude, like, that's why, like, dude, I don't tell people when my birthday is. Like,
yeah.
At work, people don't fucking know when my birthday is. Like, when people ask, like, someone will ask, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, it's in the spring, or whatever. Like, I don't tell them the date.
But...
Because they're gonna say something, and it's gonna be awkward, and they're gonna be like, happy birthday, and I'm gonna be like, I wish I was dead!
Right.
Like, run away.
But so anyways, like, we were, like, just hanging out, chilling, and, Nick was like, hey, man, so what do you want to do for your birthday? And, like, people who've, like, had good birthdays, like, they're like, there's just something different about them.
Well, because it's like, you grow accustomed to, like, oh, it's your day. It's a special day. We get to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And, like, first of all, if you grow up having shitty birthdays, it's not like you had 364 good days.
Yeah, and then just one day it was just garbage. You know, like,
you just had, like, that's not how it was.
No, the whole thing was probably garbage.
Yeah, so, like, you're very not used to, like, you don't want the emphasis to be on you.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like, you, like...
Dude, because your life is in the trenches, dude. Yeah. You're like, don't stick your head out, you moron. That's how you get it blown off.
Right? So, like, people are like, what do you want to do? You're like, I want to fucking hide. I don't want anyone to know where I am for a whole day. I'm not answering my phone. I'm not leaving my house. Like, I'm not putting on pants. You don't do none of that shit.
Yeah, dude, for the longest time, I would not put when my birthday was on Facebook or MySpace. Now my birthday is on Facebook for some reason. I don't know why. But at work, they started doing this, like, birthday board thing.
Yeah.
And it freaks me out.
Yeah.
Like, because the second that thing comes up, I'm erasing my fucking name.
Yeah.
Like, but anyways, so Nick was like, what do you want to do, man? And I was like, I don't know. We go to Taco Bell. And he was like, all right, we're going to Taco Bell, right? So we go to Taco Bell.
Not even a second of hesitation.
Like, yeah.
He wasn't like, okay. He was just like, yeah, fuck it, Taco Bell.
Yeah, he was like, we're going to Taco Bell. So we go to Taco Bell and we come back. He's like, all right, what do you want to do now, man? I'm like, I don't know. We can just hang out here. We go home, play some World of Warcraft. And he's like, no, man, you got to do fucking something on your birthday.
Like, yeah, we went to Taco Bell.
Like, we went to Taco... Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, we went to Taco Bell. I'm like, and dude, it's like fucking like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And my birthday is like almost a month after Christmas.
Yeah.
Right? So everyone's partied out.
Yeah.
Because from fucking Halloween until Christmas...
Until New Year's.
Yeah, until New Year's, you're just doing something and you're spending fucking money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's a big, like... Everyone's dumping all their money into Christmas specifically.
Yeah. So January,
or going out for New Year's.
Yeah, so January and February are like probably the most depressing months of the year because nobody wants to do anything.
Yeah, they're like hibernation months.
Yeah, they're like, fuck you. Call me when fucking spring training starts.
Right?
You know? But so anyways, I was like, all right, I don't know. And then he's like, well, fucking figure it out. So I was like, dude, they closed down Santa's Village. Let's go to Santa's Village. He's like, well, and do what? I was like,
steal shit.
I was like, let's just break in. So we broke into an abandoned amusement park and stole some of the old signs. And it was awesome.
That's an awesome birthday.
Yeah. And that was probably it. But the rest of them, like, fucking are garbage. Like, my 21st birthday, I played Sorry with strangers. Not even like friends. Strangers. I was leaving school, right?
Yeah.
And some guy was like, hey, what's up, man? And then I'm like, nothing much. Like, I didn't know who he was. I had seen him a few times, but never talked to him.
A cat you'd seen around.
Yeah, and then he was like, yeah, so what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, well, you should do something. Because it was like on a Thursday or Friday, like towards the end of the week. And
it's the weekend.
And I was like, yeah. He's like, it's the weekend. I'm like, yeah, maybe. It's my 21st birthday, right? I just said that because he was a random dude.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, fuck, you're getting fucked up? He's like, dude, you got to do something now. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, well, what about your friends? I'm like, I I don't know. And then I saw the look on his face.
He just like kind of had that
like he just looked so fucking like. I think
mortified.
He was like reading like Tumblr posts or something about like the dude who committed suicide.
Yeah.
But like stopped him. He stopped himself because the one guy picked his book up for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Right? He was like, that's going to be me now. Right? So he was like...
This is my chance.
Yeah. He was like, this is my chance to save a life. So he was like, all right, I got you, man. He's like, dude. He's like, I'm not going to class anymore. I'm like, why? And he's like... We're fucking hanging out, right? Yeah. So I see him on his phone, like, and he's like trying to scramble to put together like this ragtag crew of his friends.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
Right?
We go to some chick's apartment.
Yeah,
right. And there was like a birthday cake that somebody got from Jewel, and it said "Happy Birthday, David."
Yeah.
And I was like...
Did you just respond to David the whole night?
No, he was like, your name's David, right? We got you a cake. I'm like, oh, my name's Dan. He goes, fuck. So he like scratches the VID off of it.
Yeah.
And then writes a big ass N in the frosting. And then he was like, well, what do you want to do, man? He's like, I don't got any weed or anything. He's like, we have some beer and shit. And then he's like, and I got Sorry in my trunk. He's like, it was like my family game. And I'm like, I guess that's fine. So we ended up playing Sorry and like watching like weird fucking shit on TV.
Dude, that's like, that's an amazing birthday story. That's fucking outstanding.
Right? Like, but it's like, like if someone told me like their 21st birthday, right? It's so anticlimactic from that.
Yeah.
You know? It's awesome in its own weird way.
Yeah. No, my 21st birthday, I was in Texas. I was in training. And my birthday was like on a Wednesday. So I went to the like store. We were at an age, like we were at a point in our training where we were allowed to buy beer and shit. For like, we just weren't allowed to like go out and like off post and drink.
So you had to get fucked up in your barracks.
So I went and I bought a 6-pack of Heineken and I drank that and I came back to the barracks and someone gave me like a little, not like the airplane bottle, but like the little pint thing of Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
I drank that and then I passed out. And then I woke up at 5 a.m. the next morning and ran 4 miles. That was my birthday. That was my 21st birthday.
But see, and I feel like people who like really don't like their birthdays, like those are the type of 21st birthdays they have.
Well, because it was also like a thing of like, 21 to me was not really a special age.
Yeah.
Because not only had I drank a lot before then, like I started drinking probably at like 16 or 17.
Yeah. But you were also in the army.
I was in the army, and I also, like, I just have always looked older.
Yeah.
Like, I grew out a full beard in high school, and, like, so I could buy booze from places.
Yeah.
Like, I could go in and just, like, walk in and be like, yeah, all I had to do was walk in with, like, confidence and pick something up and take it to the counter. And more often than not, I wouldn't get carded.
Yeah.
And if I did, I was just like, oh, fuck, man, I forgot my shit, I'm sorry. And I would just walk out. It didn't matter. They're not gonna arrest you. So, like, there was, like, nothing special about my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
Because I've done all this shit before. The only thing I hadn't done has been like, dude, I can save some of this beer because I won't get in trouble if my parents find it.
Right?
I didn't save any of the beer. But yeah, I didn't really do anything. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
I remember that weekend some people took me out. But even then, like, I didn't really have a good time.
Yeah, it's just... Like there's just something that's tainted about it, you know?
Well, it was also, I mean, because it was kind of... It wasn't, like, literally strangers, but it was people I didn't know.
Yeah.
It was people I had known for, you know, maybe a month.
Yeah.
That were like, yeah, man, we gotta go out for your birthday and shit. And I was like, okay.
And it all started when you... fucking were a dick to your dad.
It all started because I was an asshole about the weenie sticks.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
You
If I can
blame it on that chick, dude.
No,
her
because
fault.
I wouldn't have shown up if I were her.
Dude,
Yeah,
they got
if I'm-
weird weenie sticks there.
Like okay, so if I were to approach, like if someone were to approach me,
Yeah.
who first of all is like a fat dude and smells kind of weird, and like is in 7th grade but can grow a beard,
Yeah.
like if that person comes up to me and is like, yeah, I'm having a party at my dad's house, he lives in the middle of nowhere, like,
Yeah.
I'm not fucking going. Are you kidding me? No.
Right?
No, you're gonna kill me. I'm not going. So I can't blame her.
Yeah.
And I was also like, I was a weird shit. Like, I'm a weird shit now, but I was like fucking weird in middle school.
Yeah.
Because nothing made sense to me. Nothing. And I made the mistake of asking adults about it. And holy shit, was that a bad call.
Dude.
So I just didn't, like, nothing made sense, and I didn't want to make heads or tails of it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons and listen to Weezer.
Right? Right? So, like, our birthdays are coming up, you know? And,
Ish. I mean, mine's still a few months away.
yeah, not that far.
It's...
You're closer to your birthday than you were, like, last... You know what I mean? You know what I mean.
But you can say that every day.
No, I meant you're, like, I don't know.
I'm 27 and a half.
You're closer to 28 than you were to 27.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like a fucking idiot.
It happens.
What's new? Anyways, so like I've been thinking about that, and so I've been like going back and watching movies that like I was into in like high school and shit. And I just watched Disturbia the other day.
Was this a whole 20-minute conversation to talk about how you watched Disturbia?
Yeah. And I just watched Disturbia the other day, and it's like such a guilty pleasure of mine. Because
Yeah.
the movie's like okay.
That movie, Disturbia, would have been a much better movie if it was just about a kid on house arrest.
Yeah. Well, it would have been, you know what? The movie would have been better had the guy ended up not being an actual serial killer.
Yeah. It was like, oh no, he just hit a deer once.
Yeah, if he like if he was actually going crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, and I'm watching this and I'm like, dude, this was like exactly like high school. The fucking shitty Zero posters and like listening to like System of a Down on repeat and Kings of Leon. Two bands that don't have anything to do with each other.
Yeah.
Don't go together, but you're doing it anyways.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, I was just like watching this and I'm like, holy shit, I'm fucking old, man.
Right? Dude, I've been getting the weirdest urge to like watch movies from like when I was a kid.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I keep going
Yeah.
further back, you know?
Like, probably I'm gonna watch Five Goes West tonight.
Right?
Just because I want, like, I've been wanting to watch
Give them the lazy eye.
Dude, I've been wanting to watch Five Goes West for like a week and a half. And I haven't done it. And I just want to.
Like, okay, so earlier this week, a fucking parody Twitter followed me, and it's a parody Twitter of one of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And part of me was like, fucking A, dude. I made it, right? Like, and that's how I know, like, I'm getting old, and now I'm like at the point where like, now it's like not ironic anymore that I'm like into this shit. Like, now it's starting to get a little weird, right? But I'm okay with it.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck. Just be who you are.
Right?
That's the important thing. Be who you are and thank your dad when he makes weenie sticks.
Oh, okay. This is another birthday thing.
God damn it.
Right? There was one birthday, right? Somebody asked me, they were like, what do you want? And I like told them this video game. I knew it wasn't going to happen, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't going to get the video game. It was my uncle. He was like, and I was like 14 or 15, and he was like, aren't you a little fucking old for video games? I just want to say fuck you, man.
I'm about to be 28,
Like,
and I still play video games.
on the regular.
I hope they can see this because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Right.
I'm flipping off the microphone, by the way. I'm also looking at the computer as if it's looking at me like there's an audience.
Well, not to mention...
This show just got completely nuts.
Right. Not to mention, like, they make so much money now, dude.
Aren't you a little old to be alive?
Anyways, that was it. That was
But
my
yeah,
2-second rant.
There it is. We're going to wrap it up for this week. Thank your dad for his weenie sticks.
You finally said it.
What?
You finally said thank you.
Yeah, there we go.
If this was a movie and you were like a ghost, you could like cross over now.
Right? Like
I watched Casper.
Oh, I thought you were. At least you didn't say I watched Ghost.
Oh no, that was way before my time.
Good.
And that's a weird movie.
That is. It's creepy. But that's
really unsettling.
That's gonna be it. Thanks for tuning in. Send us your weird birthday stories. Tell us some weird shit that happened to you. You can do that if you email the show at kickflippingninjawizards@gmail.com. You can also tweet to the show at KFNW Podcast.
You can follow me on Twitter at something ski.
You can also get at me on Twitter at It's That Troy Guy. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you motherfuckers next week.
Send us Parcheesi. Sorry's for suckers.